Good morning, my lovelies. What it do, what it do, what it do. This is Planet Based, the Tree of Life, Genesis 129, aka Virgo Networks, the Animal Planet, aka the Daughters of Zion, aka the Maidens and the Virgins, aka that Topaz Gem Sapphire coming straight from that spiker star, the brightest star of the constellation. Always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what I'm trying to say. Remember, I'm just the outside looking into your world, see things that you just don't see, okay? But dig this here. The name of this is called Stop Telling Yourself. Stop. Just stop telling yourself you can't do, okay? Stop telling yourself that, okay? It's a common trap that limits your potential and fuels anxiety. Negative self talk often stems from fear, past failures. To break this habit, catch your inner critic in the act. Change the thought and replace those limitations with smaller, actionable experiments, manageable steps to test what you can actually do. Turn I can't into why not. Or how can I figure this out? Okay, it's a lot of self negative talk that goes on amongst worldly people. Okay, worldly people. Okay, an incident had took place yesterday with an individual that calls himself trying to reach out to me, and I haven't seen this individual in 10 years. Okay, and this is the second time this individual tried to reach out to me. Okay, and I declined for a reason because of his negative mindset. Okay, he's what you call projecting his past failures, okay, and things of that nature onto my life. And nigga, I ain't seen you in 10 years. I don't know what went on in your life. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I had to get rid of this individual because my peace is more precious and valuable than his negative thoughts of him telling himself that he can't do, okay? And I also told him, when you tell yourself that you can't do something, okay, not only that you put a stumbling block against yourself and you limit yourself from your greatest potential, but it'll never get done. If you keep telling yourself that you can't do something, guess what? It'll never get done because ain't nobody going to do it for you. Nobody's not going to do it for you but you. So if you don't do it, guess what? It's never going to get done. It's never going to get done, okay? You have all these fashion designers. You got Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Kate Spade. You got all these different type of Dolce and Gabbana. You think that all these fashion designers told themselves that they couldn't be a fashion designer? No, if they told themselves that they couldn't be a fashion designer, guess what? They wouldn't have you go out buying their clothes. They wouldn't be a fashion designer if they told themselves that they can't. Okay, they told themselves that this is what I am, and they followed the instructions to take them to where they need to be. Okay, that's what it is with that. When you have a dream of something, fulfill your dream, whatever your dream may be. But everything has instructions for you to get there. Okay, it seems as though a lot of people don't want to put in the work. Okay, they'd rather sit here and tell me what I can't do because they limited. Okay, and not only that, before I even get to that, when you tell yourself that you can't do something, that is a form of psychological spiritual warfare that feeds off of negative thoughts. That is a negative thought. you in your mind, I keep telling people this right here is the battlefield, is a battle over your mind. Okay, that's what it is with that. So I had to get rid of that individual because that is spiritual warfare of demons and things that psychologically in this person's mind that's picking at him and telling him that he can't do this and he can't do that, and he's feeding that off to me, and I don't deal with that type of negativity. I gotta get rid of ya. And he's never to ever reach out to me ever again until he get his mind right and want to have a civilized and grown-up conversation. Okay? I could tell when I'm talking to a demon because demons feed off of negative mindsets and negative thoughts, telling yourself that you can't do something. You can do anything you choose to do. If you can't do it, you chose not to do it. Not that you can't do it, okay? Another thing is this, before I break on out of here. Not only that, a lot of y'all want people to do things for y'all, but y'all will sit up here and laugh, mock, scoff at another person's dreams when they had to go through hell to get to where they need to be. And by the time they come for successful, y'all got the nerve and the gall to show up at their footstool thinking that they obligated to share their glory with you after you kicked them down and mocked and laughed at them and told them that that will never happen and that is a delusion. No. You got to get your own glory. Another thing is this. When you look at these lawyers, attorneys, and doctors and all those people, okay, you think they waited on Elijah Muhammad to lead them to become a lawyer? You think they waited on Elijah Muhammad to lead them to be a successful attorney making $250,000? No. They went out here and they did what they needed to do. They followed the instructions to take them to get to there, to become that. Y'all got all this talk and want to live and be somebody else's life, but when it's time to go to the hellfire to get there, y'all never do it. Y'all never do it. Another thing is this, y'all lack faith. Y'all not living your purpose because you don't have faith. That's why you tell yourself these negative things about yourself because you don't have no faith. Balenciaga, Gucci, Louis, Chanel, lawyers, doctors, attorneys, and all that, they stood out on some form of faith for them to be successful to where they are. They never told themselves that they couldn't do this. They can't be a doctor. They can't be a lawyer. They can't be a attorney. They can't be a firefighter. No, they told themselves, this is what I want to do. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes for me to get there. And that's what they did. And now y'all supporting them. You look at the Chinese people, okay, they successful with businesses and things of that nature, regardless if I agree with them or not. They are successful. You think that they told themselves that they couldn't do it? No. They told themselves, this is who I am. This is what I want to do. And they went on and they did it. Y'all expect people, y'all laugh, mock, and scoff at people, especially me. But see, this is what y'all don't understand when I talk about my reparations. I'm doing whatever it takes for me to get it. You're not doing anything. Yet you expect somebody, you expect me to send a boat or come use my boat to come save you, but you didn't go through hell with me to get that boat. You didn't go through no type of fire or brimstone with me. You didn't go through the struggle with me. You went through night. You ain't even give me words of encouragement. Yet you expect me to send my boat to come save you. It don't work like that. You got to get your own glory. I told myself, this is what I want. And guess what? I'm putting in the footwork so I could get my reparations. I'm putting in the footwork so I can my portfolio for my Animal Planet network for the future. Okay? That's what it is with that. I can be whatever it is I choose to be. Okay, if you limit yourself, guess what? I don't know what to tell you. I don't think negative about myself at all. And you shouldn't think negative of yourself. If you ain't perfect, get perfect. Okay? Because you ain't passing this life unless you're perfect. Okay? You ain't passing this life unless you over 100%. You got to be guiltless. Do you know what guiltless means? Guiltless means without guilt. Y'all don't want to put the work in, but you want somebody else's glory, but you don't want to put the work in. Okay? That's what it is with that. But you don't see no doctors, lawyers, and none of them people waiting on Elijah Muhammad. You don't wait on another man. You step out here on your faith and you handle your business by any means necessary. Nothing beats a failure but a person who tries. Anywho, I'm about to get on out of here, man. It's that Spiker saw the brightest star of the constellation. Stop telling yourself you can't do and start telling yourself I am, and take the instructions to take you to where you need to be. Anywho, Isaiah 65:17. It's going to be a brand new heaven and a brand new earth. Isaiah 65:17. The sovereign Lord is going to bring down his kingdom upon a new earth, and me, the maidens and the virgins, I shall dwell there forevermore. You should repent for your filthy sins and break your generational curse, okay? So you can have part of this new earth, okay? Stop telling yourself you can't do it and start telling yourself you are going to do it, and follow the instructions to get there, okay? Also, he cut the heads of Leviathan and served it as food. It's going to be a feast and a regathering. I surely hope to see you at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Also, Exodus 20:5. He punishes the children for the sins of the parents, okay? Save your generations of children. They have beautiful souls attached to them. They do not deserve that. Save your generations of children and break your generational curse. Repent for your filthy sins and live a godly life. I'm out.